Jefferson County Court, Law number 2 is back in session. The court is back in session and calls number M326384. Case is style, the state of Texas versus Ryan Chance. Mr. Chance is appearing via Zoom. His attorney, Mr. Ryan Gertz, is also appearing via Zoom. And the court has before it the joint request for plea and or sentencing by video conference under the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 27.18. And this document is signed by the defendant, the defense attorney, and the state's attorney. And the court is signing this document, moving this document. Now, the state is represented in this case by Ms. Haley Simmons. I have before me a motion that was filed by the defense. This motion is titled Motion for Early Termination of Community Supervision. And this document was filed by Attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, would you like to go forward on your motion?
Yes, Judge, we're moving under Article 42A.111 for an early termination of Mr. Chance's deferred adjudication in this case. He has been a model probationer. He has paid all of his fines and fees, taken all the classes that are required, has performed successfully with his interlock since November of 2023. And under the new deferred adjudication statute, that gives the court the power to early terminate people who are model probationers. We are asking you to consider doing just that, please.
State, you have a response?
Excuse me. Yes, Your Honor. The state is actually in opposition to the motion filed by Mr. Gertz. The state feels that the defendant was given a chance with the deferred, and due to he has already proven to be a danger to the community with the fact that there was a wreck involved that caused substantial damage. We feel the interlock is necessary to promote and guarantee the health and safety of the community around us. I've also conferred with probation, who is in agreement.
Okay. And Mr. Gertz, you have anything to add?
There's nothing to add, Judge. I mean, the fact can't do anything about what the facts of the case are. I can tell you that, he appeared in court routinely for several years in our efforts to resolve this case. He's not had any additional problems or arrests or anything else, which of course undermines the notion that he's a danger to the community. He's not. He has good employment. He has been a model probationer, and we're asking the court to consider early termination.
Okay. So at this time, if nobody have any additional comments, the court is going to take this matter under advisement. And this will conclude this hearing. Mr. Gertz, well, Mr. Chance, you are free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Gertz, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day. And
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And Ms. Simmons, you're free to go as well.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Jennifer, you're free to go as well.
It's fine.
Jefferson County Court, law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in 3 cases. There are cause numbers M333-802, cause number M333-804, and cause number M333-806. All 3 cases are styled State of Texas versus Rachel G. Woodson. We have Ms. Woodson, who's present in court with her attorney, Attorney Margaret Provo. State is also present. Ms. Provo, what is your announcement in Ms. Woodson's cases?
Your Honor, we're asking if the court would grant another telephone today, one more time, at least, and.
Okay, and now what is the reason for, these cases are pretty old?
I know we're trying to settle these cases if we possibly can in the next week or two. I can talk with the prosecuting all 3 of the cases, see if we can reach them, so if not, we'll put it on the calendar.
Well, what I'll do now, I'll just put them on the trial docket, and if y'all settle,
Okay.
we settle. If not, then we just go to, we'll go to trial.
Okay.
Yeah, without, continuing to delay. Let me see, we're gonna reset.
State would actually request a pretrial setting on this one,
You want a pre-trial setting?
if you would allow that, Judge.
Okay. Okay, give us a pre-trial setting.
It would be July 15th.
Okay, this case will be set for pre-trial on July 15th, 2024. Okay. Ms. Woodson, your attorney will get a copy of your recess. Once you get a copy of the recess from your attorney, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. You're welcome. And Ms. Provo, you can get your recess.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case. Are you working on it?
I sent the paper.
Oh, they just, it just popped up.
The next case is cause number 23CCCR 1422. Case is styled State of Texas versus Natasha M. Spoonmore.
It's in Spoon. In.
Okay, they have M on the information. Natasha M. Spoonmore.
Aileen.
Okay, so I guess that'll be a AKA, also known as, that's probably one of your aliases.
I've never had one of those, but
Yeah. Now, Ms. Spoonmore, your full name is Natasha Spoonmore?
yes,
Ms. Spoonmore, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Spoonmore, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
yes, sir, I do.
Ms. Spoonmore, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Spoonmore?
I'm good, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Ms. Spoonmore. You're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Marvel Provo. Attorney Provo, how are you doing?
I'm fine,
Ms. Provo, do you waive a record in Ms. Spoonmore's case?
yes, I do.
Ms. Spoonmore, I have before me a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Natasha, they have you as Natasha M. Spoonmore, on or about June 26th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Ms. Spoonmore, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir,
And to this charge, Ms. Spoonmore, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contest,
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
yes, sir,
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
yes,
Ms. Spoonmore, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
yes, sir,
On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Spoonmore, there's a signature on the line next to a box that's checked no contendere, which means no contest.
yes,
Place your signature on this document.
I did,
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
yes, it is,
And on the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
yes,
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
yes, sir,
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
yes, sir,
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
yes,
Is this your signature on the line? It's titled
Yes.
Defendant. Ms. Spoonmore, before you sign and initial these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
yes,
And did you read and understand everything in these documents? Everything in these documents is true and correct to the best of your knowledge. Ms. Spoonmore, are you a citizen
I
of the
am,
United States?
Single for states one.
Any objections?
No, sir.
No objections, States. Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Provo, you advising counsel, Ms. Spoonmore, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Spoonmore, your attorney, Ms. Provo, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
yes, sir,
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
yes, sir,
Ms. Spoonmore, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea of no contest, the state's offering 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 5 days, and 2 tax and retire court costs.
Ms. Spoonmore, the state is offering that you serve 5 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not be required to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 5 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That simply means that you will not be required to pay the court costs because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Ms. Spoonmore, do you understand the state's offer?
yes, sir,
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
yes, sir,
And do you accept the state's offer?
I do,
Ms. Spoonmore, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Spoonmore, you're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following her directions, You'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. He stayed next to the bills, and Ms. Provo, I think this is your last case.
Yes,
You're
sir.
free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, thank you.
And this will conclude the calling of the court's motion to revoke probation docket and the announcement docket, both dockets scheduled on today's date, June 12, 2024, in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding.